yesterday we don't given extensive coverage on the SLPP National Delegates Conference. Outside themselves don't go elect new officers, them way for run the affairs of the party for the next 3 years. Then get Sir Jimmy Batilo Songa as the new SLPP National Chairman. Then get Moses Selumambo, we don't be the new Public Relation Officer for the Salon People's Party. Then get Honorable Paran Omar Tarawali, we don't be the new Secretary General, and also then get other position them where they don't elect new people them for all. Well, we go try for get the new executive for talk to them as then go discuss them plans and mandates. But now we'll come to the main issue this morning. Yesterday we see a letter we come out from the Secretary to the President when Ababa Fortune Osai he respond to the Chief Electoral Commissioner Mohamed Kone, we notified and say in 5-year tenure done as Chief Electoral Commissioner and it proceed now for exit. And the letter it be don't send them from the 15th of July for let the Secretary to the President go communicate to the President say in tenure done. Well, the Secretary to the President have don't respond to Mohamed Kone. We don't be Electoral Commissioner for 5 years. We conduct the 2023 elections and he say you know one for renewing mandates. He don't tell His Excellency the President say in tenure done. And His Excellency the President don't approve for let it go and he say Edmond Alfa for be acting Chief Electoral Commissioner with the effect from the 21st of July through the end of the appointment process where His Excellency go appoint somebody else. Well, the All People's Congress APC party now one will be always get issues with Edmond Alfa, even the term where them be appointed again for the second term for be Electoral Commissioner for the South. The APC been get issues and His Excellency the President don't appoint him for act in the capacity of Chief Electoral Commissioner Sote, then go appoint somebody else. We get the All People's Congress now, when at the main opposition party, we reached through the communications department yesterday and then say na Honorable AKK for come and talk on this particular issue. We get Honorable AKK with in the studio. Good morning, Honorable.
Good morning, Khadija and Mabel and the people now, the online TV.
All right. Mohamed Kone in tenure to expire. It don't notify His Excellency the President say in tenure done and it go. And even before that, if you don't say you don't want for let a year appointed again at the same position, it don't do in 5 years, it don't tell goodbye, His Excellency don't get him blessing, let proceed for let he left. But he not only do he appoint somebody for act in the capacity. Normally, una political party them, una can say them for do consultation, especially in sensitive position like that. His Excellency don't appoint Edmond Alfa for act. But before we talk about that, how una can assess Mohamed Kone in 5-year tenure as a political party?
I think today is a new day in the life of Kone, and I think in assessment, in personal assessment starts today. And I am sure he has been the first commissioner we say after election are not interested again. It shows you the amount of guilt, the amount of face bowing way he left the office with. It shows you the amount of bashing experience doing internal and the wrong deeds way he do. But like many Sierra Leoneans, they say, we left him with God for Georgia for all the bad habits that we don't put up in this country. Shameful acts them we don't put up. And we sure he will not go unpunished. One day he will account for his deeds them at their most appropriate time. The 2023 elections now the first way, in fact, it bring many things now we country play now consciously they are aware about. It brings so much doubt in with democratic gains we don't make over the years. It brings humiliation on we as a country. It brings we to the limelight of democratic, incredible countries in the world. We now one of the things in that way, no matter what you say, it dents with integrity. I don't say this many times. Ghana is not a model of West Africa for anything, but not for the democratic tenets them. Because they have men and women where they handle national positions with integrity. And Konemek we lost that kind mark they will get now the world. And I am sure even the good God will make them not go left them unpunished. We've seen people we don't do like them, and we see how they end in this country. So it is our fervent conviction that Iyon tenor was marred by serious electoral and policy malpractice them way so bad for we country. Take for example, it was doing internal. In fact, he was part of the people we pioneer the reforms of the laws. We keep winning a parliament at one time up to 11 o'clock. We stomp out the laws then day. But when you see the laws we ECSL make, when it comes to implementations, they were flouted with impunity. And short person, short character, short behavior, I am sure he's ashamed to himself. And even Tengo come way, he go really know see what he do, not what people expect of him. And that is not his first time of doing short, abysmal behavior in this country. And I am sure we just want to make something very clear as a party. That kind of impunity that will happen in 2023 and not go happen again in this country. Whatever we will do to resist it, we will do with our heads up and with the risk necessary.
So for the APC, inside the 5-year where Mohamed Kone served as chairman and chief electoral commissioner na Salon, all the things that will happen regarding the issues where the APC gets with the 2018 and 2023 elections solely lie na the heads of Mohamed Kone as possibly responsible for all things.
Let me take you through the 2023 elections. When do they make the laws in section 92? They make them very clear. You see, when they collect election results, you collect from the polling centers to, like a proportional representation to the district. From the polling center, we own representative, they sign. All political party representatives, they sign from the polling centers. A can at the district, we collect. We all for sign. A can at the region, we collect. We all for sign. Before now, they reach the returning of chief electoral officer in a Kone at the time. In the last election results, by the time we collect the results, them at the various polling centers, they were not collected in the district centers. So that is not just a complete misbehavior, but that was putting this country into risk. And people get to understand, see, in elections, what you normally do is you're not just acting in your stead, but you're also holding the national security of a country on the balance. And we the Poloko at the time, when the counting they go on, then bring, for the very first time we get elections in 2023 where the results were not displayed. I don't count the envelopes them from the district, from the polling centers them. And so they say, oh, don't count Cambia 22. By the time they even announce the 60% of the results, Cambia 22 polling station they don't count, none has been counted. So you begin to ask yourself the questions, who side Kone pull that kind of result that we announced at that time? But that language we use in 2023 for national security and for other things, I am sure if short repeat in 2028, we'll do what is necessary.
Now that they're taking exits, the APC they expect an apology from Mohamed Kone based on waiting on things that he do?
We not expect an apology from him. We expect the president for no say the security of this country is number one priority. One, after the 2023 elections, we went into a tripartite agreement in which we all agree, waiting for the terms and conditions for appointing the new electoral commissioner. And what we don't see they do now, before we even reach the full implementation of that, they don't begin to appoint south, they appoint east. I just want to say the security of this country is in his hands, and it will be in priority as a president going out for maintain the security and the stability of this nation. If we continue for doing and know sick fully well and are aware of as a party, the SLPP, say what they do so go lead this country into chaos and then continue for doing, we not get an option, but we are a political party.
How the security of the country concerned with acting appointment to the Commissioner South.
Okay. When you look at other African countries, you know, the world is a global village. No means say no more. We all do one side also, or because we all in a social media. The actions of one country, they influence the actions of another country. We don't see many countries in Africa who don't go into chaos because of electoral related issues. For we are saying at this current peak where we did so, we are following every step of the electoral cycle. We follow every step of anything we get for do with elections in this country. And we will not at any time say, oh, we wait, Lord, wait for this level. No. We continue to follow and we continue to call the international community their attention and the president their attention. When we reach to the point where the threshold they complete, say, we very well aware, say, Usa the inch show. It has to affect the outcome of the elections. We will not even maybe wait for the elections.
Una supporter then go dey wonder say wetin really una dey do as opposition party, because the term where they appoint Alex Lebi Safar for be the electoral commissioner for the East. We interview una leader na Honorable Abdul Kabo. We tell we say una no dey gree for an appointment. Una walk out of the interview session, but that not stop Parliament not for approve am. Few days ago, we see His Excellency don't go swearing in. We mean say it don't be the new electoral commissioner. What una go do beyond talk and say una go resist?
You know, one of the things you don't kill with democracy up to this level. Now the fact say, whether deliberately or not, whether it is a planned thing or not. Now the fact say people in are moral guarantors of democracy across the country, be them media, civil society. Now, where did they take the balance and then take the time for push the narrative on the oppositions? In serious countries, I'm sorry to say this, but in serious countries, when the president, they take some of their actions and they move the narrative from the opposition, because what we can do as opposition party in parliament is we go through the procedures. We tell them waiting correct, we tell them waiting wrong, and we ensure say we do what we do right. But when it comes to putting the bulk on the president for say, you're putting this nation's security into risk, I think it does not just have to do with the opposition. But what you have for ask is, what do we go do beyond talking? When the time reach for law, we take the action way necessary. We will do with no fear, no hesitation. For almost 7 years, we have not called to come out, but when the time reach, we will not only come, we will lead those protests. For tell the presidency, enough is enough.
What you go say to somebody like Madam Femi Claudius Kolo host na yesterday, we hold the belief say APC as an opposition where una can always say una na the government in waiting. Una so distracted, everybody focus now on I want for be flag bearer. Issues that we una for pay attention to, like these appointment issues where they come up so now of electoral commissioner them, and we hear His Excellency during in party the National Delegates Conference. He assure in party member then say, then go be the first party ever we go rule for 3 consecutive terms. Whilst the APC, everybody focus now, say I want for be flag bearer. People then like Femi Claudius Cole, all that perception day about the APC.
You know, she's somebody I respect in this country when it comes to democracy and what he hold on to. But therefore, I not go spend much time for rebuke what he say. But rather, I go say, if you expect President Bio for say at the hand of a power, then you must be in the comfort of your bed. But one thing I want to say again, history teacher was wrong. I don't know if you talk about inside the Second Republic, but don't get people who don't win elections more than 3 times in a row. And also, we know say there has never been a time we lost elections to the SLPP, and we will never lose an elections. We have what it takes to win elections. You know, every political party gets in calendar. When we do with March 7 Constitution, one of the things we come out very, very clear on the fact say we get a timeline to elections. Any of them timelines and doing an internal party democracy where we fail from it, it also gets telling effect on the outcome of the next elections. Say, for example, now Saudi so will not do all the lower level elections, MT for go meet up when would they get a flag bearer as the constitution stipulates. In this circumstance, when are 2 years to elections, it also means you're also opening gates for litigations. So in as much as the current executive, they do everything humanly possible, and the party in parliament, they do everything humanly possible for ensuring we bring the checks and balance on governments. It also require we as a party for open up and ensure say people come out and we pick the best out of them. We will serve at most national within the party, and we'll forget the flag bearer. Not forget, the standard bearer of the APC gets a very major role for play. And after that election day, we not just want for come out with a candidate because we need to submit a candidate, but as a party, we ensure we don't go thoroughly, we don't check the person, we don't able get the people that we want for sending to the convention, and we will go sit down and see who that the delegates of the APC go elect. And when they elect that flag bearer, I think that's also important.
So this flag bearer competition or race not make una lost focus or take una eyes them off the ball, say 2028 is going to be a crucial elections. The government now, where they in power, still want the ball. Una self we don't in opposition by 2028, una go don dey 10 years in opposition, still want this ball. And with these appointments, where una believe say His Excellency the President not dey use the right constitutional channels for appoint them people there, una not worried?
Well, when you say worried, it's an understatement. We are not worried as a party because we know say electoral commissioners na part of the game, the refereeing. But we go tell on say, as a party, we are following up keenly to what is happening. And when the wrong thing continue to happen, where you say, if as a party, if the flag bearer thing don't take up our attention, if we don't take our attention, unlike other political parties where by the start of the day now, they know say they all done divided, our executive is still intact. I don't remember saying anybody that the executive don't declare for anybody, or anybody that the executive don't openly associate himself with any candidate. And we've been consistent in bringing out the odds of this government. The truth about we democracy in Salone are the fact say, whether people are being paid to blackmail the opposition and make it look bad in the eyes of people, but the truth is we've been one of the most constructive opposition. Compare we now parliament and the current executive APC gets, and that of the SLP while they were in opposition. You know they see the MPs them out on national issues. You know they hear them on critical national issues as we do. But yet still people they try to turn the narrative as if, oh, in opposition you are not doing anything. No, we are. But you have to remove your lens where you were for you to understand, say, oh, they've crossed the line of being oppositions. What else must we do for people to understand that? But again, Sierra Leoneans need to understand, say, the current trend of we country not only the affects opposition, until we'll know say 2028 election is crucial for the economic stability of this country, for the social unity of this country, for we all for understand say the fabric of this nation not for go into war after 2028 is pinch on the 2028 election, and we start for talk early as a nation, and rather than just thinking, oh, it's the opposition. Any attempt for get an election with like 2023, we will resist it.
Honorable, not threats Landy, because you speak in very strong words.
Even a threat, I need to talk I am saying it here because we are determined for it.
And when you talk earlier, you make mention say una not ever call people in for come out do. But if time reach, una go call people and for come out.
No, we will lead our people out.
Una people
and for call people and for lead them out.
We wanna lead them for come out now. Is it that something is cooking, or not just threats you they give out?
What we don't they do consistently in the last couple of months? Avocana the media and educate Sierra Leoneans them and take the hot seats for say waiting that they do currently so consistently going forward is eating the democracy of our country.
You say them, who that?
I mean the SLPP. What they do so is going against the dictate of our democratic tendencies. We will not allow a set of people for things say they are more Sierra Leonean than us. No, we will not.
You sound like the APCs fastly they become a crybaby.
If not cry, when the time reach, you will see. I am saying when it is time, we will lead our people out, and we mean them.
Now we talk about Edmond Alfa. Kone don't go. In tenure, don't do it. Don't tell goodbye. His Excellency don't get in blessing for proceed and go about in personal life back. After I don't serve for 5 years, he don't conduct one of the most contentious elections in 2023, where you party up till now and not accept the outcome of that election stay. And now Edmond Alfa, now one person where una be strongly there against an appointment during the tandem where it go before Unana Parliament. Firstly, were you consulted by His Excellency the President say Kone is leaving, but one for left a caretaker, let the seat not just empty because it is a very crucial seat and will not go just left and so without a new electoral commissioner?
Okay, the first thing is the president is not bound by law to consult us for an acting commissioner. No, he's not. Is bound by law to consult us when he's appointing a commissioner. That's what the law say. Clear. Again, if you think we are worried, I always say, in serious democracies, citizens do not only follow politics, but they also have a key role in the political outcome of the country. Therefore, in the issue of Edmond Alfa, we did not question his credibility. No, we did not. What will we get issue with at the time? That the issue of consultation, not in qualification. And for God's sake, as a country, I don't know if now the over-threatening, we SLPP over-threatening people, or now maybe the transactional democratic tenet where they don't carry it, that's not the problem. But people don't seem to talk about this and tell the president for once, say, if this you're doing now is not good for our democracy, it is blatantly going against the constitution of the country. But I have never seen a situation where people tend for ask people in government, why is president doing this? Don't you think this get the tendency for erupt the democratic process of the country? This is about
your position.
Oh, it's not your role as a citizen. You know, when we take the role as citizens and push out only to the opposition, it make we self look like say we are all hopeless as citizens. No, you go to other countries. Imagine in Kenya, now somebody not even an opposition member, is not even a politician. Now he speak up. So in Sierra Leone, the only people who speak up now opposition. Is that the new Sierra Leone we are finding?
Honorable, let me speak to the issue of Edmond Alfa.
No, this one I'm going to talk about. So it's very important.
Let we speak.
Citizen participation in democracy.
Because one reason why citizens go tell you say make sometimes they not want come out and speak. Una the politicians they can be very deceptive. The time when una need them for support una for come na power, now that's una can speak say. The citizens for join una voice them and for let them be loud, let whatever thing where they happen, let the government listen. No sooner una self can power, una can send for do the worst.
Okay, citizen participation in democracy is not just an effective tool to hold politicians accountable, but it is also a way for shape the democratic gains of a nation. Which we don't get over the years, now a situation in which I just imagine when I see the new SLP list, I just shake my head and say, you see the deceptive nature of certain people with their old positions today. No, let me talk about citizen participation. Because what you talk about now is when we be in our power as APC, we get many voices of citizens them way in the name of civil society. Today we see them holding key position, including the deputy chairman. So if you tell me now, as opposition, no, you also have a role as a citizen to speak up.
Honorable, let we stick to Edmond Alfa, where they act now as electoral commissioner. And according to you, you're not bound by law for His Excellency the President.
No, that's not the Constitution.
Consult una before he put him for act. But now he's acting in the capacity of Chief Electoral Commissioner. What if His Excellency appoint him for retain the position?
It will be shameful. It will be a disgrace to democracy for let anybody who participate in 2023 elections within the next cycle head the current neck institution will get.
Why?
It will be the biggest mockery of Sierra Leone, both locally and internationally. It will be a mockery. You know, I don't know if Sierra Leoneans do not care about our international image anymore. What will they talk about? It's not just about APC and SLPP here. I don't know if you understand what it means for a whole institutions, democratic institutions in the world, for draw we in and put it to the limelight and say, oh, this is Sierra Leone, a country won elections, no disaggregated results, no then count results at regional center without nobody know the street they call, and waiting and feel line and they call. It's a shame. So let me land. These were the same people who be there along the process. So appointing any one of them is a shame to democracy.
But earlier you say on and all get issues within credentials. The time we president be appointed for South na the South. The only issue na been getting at the consultation. So waiting change where if it happen, say president pick and back select he retain the position, also I don't begin act so.
Okay. When I talk about credential, I'm talking about in qualifications. I talk about in working experience. At the time where it can a parliament in for the appoint him as Commissioner South and not be get any issue with we when it comes to in qualification. That's where I talk about the credentials and in working experience. But I'll go further for talk say after the 2023 elections, the entire people who will be commissioners in NEC at that time, are appointing them for NEC as an institution is a shame to the presidency. It is. And that's how it is. There is no way you can talk about this. You imagine, I'm talking about reputable global institutions. You have all the reports and recommendations of the 2023 elections. You still go ahead and appoint them kind people in there. Do you want to make Sierra Leone laughing? So let me land.
Consultation, Honorable, which names them the APC they think of for being the next chairperson or Chief Electoral Commissioner na ECSL? Do you have names out of the one that we did now? The
constitution not giving mandate as a party in the consultation say we forget with names. It is a sole prerogative of the president for appoint. Now, if I go tripartite, there are recommendations in the tripartite say you get key electoral management bodies will not be left in the hands of the president alone because he's also human and he's also part of a political party. There are those recommendations where we they look up to for fully implemented. As I say, what will they talk now? Not only inch on the SLPP or the APC, but it inch on the integrity of the nation, the security of the nation. And that is why we are saying it should not just be politicians speaking up, but it should be every peace-loving Sierra Leonean should come out and speak now.
So the consultation parts of the constitution will say the president for consult. All the time we don't hear you say the president not can consult. Like you don't say the constitution or give right for let during the consultation when I make suggestion of names when I think say capable of them position in the. Let me just look at the Chief Electoral Commissioner. If term reach, consultation term reach, they ask the ACC, the APC, sorry, the president nominates back this same person we did it. How relevant the consultation go be where perhaps una not even get the opportunity for name somebody way for Didi. Now just for tell una say this person I don't appoint. How relevant this consultation be una can hala for?
Okay. Everything within our constitution is there for a reason. The Peter Tucker Constitution of 1991 was not written by men who were drunk or men who did not know what they wanted. It was drafted, passed into law by serious citizens at the time. We believe, say, democracy was the way out. Not forgetting, we don't come out of constitutionality, out of democracy at that time for a very long period before we return back to democracy. And why should they return to democracy? The 1991 Constitution was made in such a way that it adheres most of the issues them when are upcoming issues and now we get to do it to democracy. But when you talk about consultation, now a situation wherein you seek the other party in not necessarily in approval, but in knowledge. We want to appoint to support, for this position. Maybe like Khadija thinks, now for there now for be your leader. Which you think? We say, well, I not get issue with them. We've been together for a very long time, but because of A, B, C, D, you understand? Because of this was about time. We think, say you for reconsider, Mr. President, and get to be somebody who else we will be credible enough. Because as I say, elections are not just about the vote cast. Elections not just about the process of voting and electing new people. The elections is about a process of holding the country's peace, security, and development on the balance. And therefore, you therefore ensure say you implement within the constitution to fullest. For God's sake, what will it take you as a citizen of Sierra Leone for consult your fellow citizen where you're not bound by recommendations? Don't you think as a nation I have seen, this is where I find it difficult. I don't know if now because I follow other nations them strongly. But when you follow other nations, people will come out and write public letters to presidents and say, the way they do these things, so not also the constitution, you don't think say they put the country into chaos? What is wrong with us? This is a country where civil society activism started in the colonial days.
Honorable AKK, aside Mr. Alfa, Edmond Alfa, where His Excellency the President do appoint for act in the capacity of Chief Electoral Commissioner, with the other three other electoral commissioner them aside Mr. Alex Safa, we just joined them. All the other remaining three electoral commissioner there, would you feel say don't be a better option to Edmond Alfa?
Except if you are giving me a problem, but they are just one and the same. My statement is very clear. All of them, including the OED talks, because in Abidi is the executive assistant to Kone. So it's just Kone. In my view, if the president says about we peace, with security, and we with democratic credentials, he will have just worked them out.
One would wonder how approving an electoral commissioner for acts connects to security of the state.
But then you need to understand the importance of elections and the how elections result, they affect the stability of nations in Africa. If you know that one day, you will begin to understand, say, the 2028 election is not just crucial for our existence as a nation, but also crucial for the reactionaries to, I don't say it many times, and I'll say it again with my head up. If what happened in 2023 happen back in 2028, we'll have a different reaction to it. We will not go to any table. I bet you that. We will not go into any table.
You dey talk in which capacity? Because when negotiation come, not only with AKK, now na executive and whoever get for be flag bearer for on a party, go lead the negotiation.
We're going into conventions very soon, and you go understand in what capacity I'll be speaking on.
Honorable AKK, what's in the fear of the APC if any of the one the way they work ECSL now happen for be the next person where President Biogo pick for head the ECSL leading to the 2028 elections?
If you picking on fishball na house, boku tem. If you go na neighbor house and say fish loss, how you go react to that day? They were part and parcel of the thieves who stole our election in 2023. And I am saying, as far as we're concerned, for the peace and stability of this nation, they are not competent enough to be in ECSL. And we hope the president will love this nation as much as we think say he do. That when he left, it will left people who are credible enough for man the affairs of this nation and for ensure say the peace and stability of this nation is restored.
The peace and stability of the nation restored. Is it that anybody where the president going up for pick will come out from the ECSL, the APC go resist the appointment? When
the time when you go speak on that day. I don't want to beat the gun.
So now Edmond Alfa is there acting in the capacity as the Chief Electoral Commissioner. His Excellency in possession of the tripartite report, their recommendations where they need for implement, and most of the recommendation they get for do with internal processes, reviewing the electoral laws of Sierra Leone. And then Edmond Alfa, as acting Chief Electoral Commissioner, gets a great role in all of these. Waiting on our expectations in terms of his cooperation for implement some of the electoral review process there, where the tripartite recommendation they emphasize on.
For me, I think and believe say we still have some time as a nation for ensure say we fulfill the recommendations of the tripartite. In Parliament, we're still looking out for the cross-party dialogue oversight committee. We go oversight all the electoral EMBs that the country has stated in the tripartite recommendation. We also still believe and wait for see how the recommendation of the tripartite on the appointment of electoral commissioners will be done. We still follow keenly for see how best we go able to get a situation where by 2028 elections, the people will speak. You know, recently I follow the media in Sierra Leone, and I follow the agitation of Sierra Leoneans. I don't read many things. Many people don't tell them right up, say we are not in for a PR system. We want to force past the post. So that's a first test to the president for see if at all he's listening to the people. And people like Golo Kataway, they don't appoint and sack back by president with the leader, and it's also a risk for with democratic credentials. You know, you don't continue doing the same thing and expect a good result.
But the same question I ask you just now, rather than sitting here criticizing appointments of people where they head certain secretariat, also una been there from the time where the president appoint this person for lead this secretariat. They don't begin doing work. They don't do a nationwide consultation them for the preferred choice of elections. Now you are here criticizing him.
Khadija, I started never say until we awaken we minds as citizens and think say we have a role to play and not just ask the tough questions, but also ask the relevant questions. As an opposition, we have a role to play and we've done our roles. When appointments are made, we all in this country will talk, say, we not only talk and we write them. When I reach back, I go to my archive and send you all the letters they all don't write to both national and international moral guarantors of this nation. And therefore, now that they make at the time, say, you know, buckets not the full up, no more as you put it under the pump, you open the pump, you don't full up. You have to take process for like, you reach that level there. And when you reach that level, you not give all the water pass the water to away.
What does that mean? In this context of discussion? I
think National Unions are they talk to.
Yeah, what does it mean?
She asked me a simple question, say what we don't do over the period. And I tell her, say we don't follow each process. So as you put the bucket, we don't follow many processes. And when you reach to the level where we think say enough is enough, the water go to away.
What thing will be the worst way the APC go ever do if not talk or waka come out in parliament?
Okay. The APC is a political institution. When the time range follow, we take those tough decisions. We know we just talk them. We know we just work in a parliament. But we go use democratic means for ensuring we hold this country presidency accountable.
What's a limit?
We not get a limit for fight for democracy.
So as it is currently, the acting chairman of ECSL, where the president will approve, the APC is willing to work with him until such a time where the president will get for make a new appointment of Oda go take over officially. You know,
it was just made yesterday, and the party will pull an official statement on that one day. I don't want to speak before the Secretary General on that, but I just make something clear to you, say, all of the one that will be working in the 2023 elections are not fit for purpose. Let me talk.
But are the same people and they them position they until it pleases His Excellency. It go please His Excellency for retain them back, for ensure say then continue for do them work and even conduct the next elections, Honorable.
Does that stop me from telling you they are not fit for purpose?
That's your opinion.
So I don't think so you count me for express the opinion of the president.
No, I'm not saying that, but just they tell you say you calling them they are not fit for purpose,
and
not stop them, not for continue for retain them position, and even they that position they until the country go back to the next election, so it will be in 2028.
If President Bill elect this country, it will do it in good for me to the 2028 elections.
What do you go say to somebody where they say Honorable AKK just they make empty threats?
I don't think so for more than they I don't make threats so.
Yeah, because you kept saying una go resist, una not go take waiting be happen in 2023 and all of this. And if President Bill elect the peace of this country, you know go do A, B, C, and D. These are your words.
I think I just call on the president if he elects alone for doing it right for the democracy of this nation and for the progress of this nation. If you consider that for be a threat, then It's your interpretation. I have only called the president for the love of this nation and for the democratic credential of this nation for ensuring we get fairness in the process with the 2028 election.
Not so that's the president they do now, so.
Well, if now they do enough for there for talk about that. I've done the meals they make party.
Is the APC not making another mistake? Because when you look at whatever call on go for make, whatever cry on go for cry, if the president decides say, now any one of the people in within the ECSL currently as commissioners, he go want for be the next chief electoral commissioner. Now that person then go get for approve at the end of the day.
So the truth of the matter is, and this is what I don't talk until many times, but I talk and clearly understand. If you think the 2028 election is just about APC, then you're making a mistake.
I'm not saying it's just about APC, but una they cry the loudest because of una interest, say una one kind of power.
No.
So at the end of the day, if the president speak anybody of the one the way una no want, waiting go change that decision.
Let's come back.
Waiting go change the decision.
Let's come back. How maybe people will understand, because I know you don't understand, but you're doing your job. 2028 elections is not just about the APC. It's an election that talks about redeeming the integrity of this nation. It's an election that let me land.
No, not to that's not my question. My question is, waiting go change the president in decision if it decide for choose all the bunch of people the way una don't say not credible, una not want another position. If the president end up pick person among them, waiting go change that decision.
And that's what I'm saying. The 2028 election is not just about the APC. The 2028 election is about saving this nation from chronic bad administration of the SLPP, saving this nation from being a cartel state, saving this country from being a state where everybody thinks he has the right to do everything and everybody for keep quiet, coercion, oppression of its citizens. That is what 2028 election is about. And therefore, if you think, say, it's business as usual for meet up the 2028 election, I'm saying no, it will not be. What you try to make us say, I will not say it, but I have said many times that the president ought to do what is right for the furtherance of this nation.
And clearly, the constitution gain the power for appoint the person in consultation with una. So now that make I ask you, say, waiting go change in decision if it don't decide now this person at the peak and it bring and so on say now this person at the peak.
Sierra Leone is not an isolated state.
What thing will happen?
Sierra Leone is not an isolated state. What we do is we continue for call on citizens first of all for know what's in the happen leading to the 2028 build up, and we also call on moral guarantors for continue for follow up on us when it as a nation for ensure say we get the president for do it right, because I am sure when he leaves power he wants to be respected and sit quietly as a statesman, and the actions that we take now go determine this country in next state after 2028. So we are saying he must do what is necessary, not for empathy, but also for the existence of a nation state called Sierra Leone.
Honorable Edmond Alfa, they sit now as the acting chief electoral commissioner, and aside the PR, we don't limit now the issues of by-elections for they happen. But if anything crucial happen now and the power lies on the ECSL for make a decision, the APC, they expect person like Edmond Alfa for put the interest of Sierra Leone first rather than his personal interest.
Well, I don't know what's in personal interests, because it's somebody I've not been very close to. So I'm not going to tell you it's personal interest, but I just say they're all not fit for purpose. And I've said that, and I'll say that any other day. Any other person who participates in the 2023 elections as a commissioner is not fit for purpose.
Elections is about trust for all candidates or contender the way they go into that election, no matter how the election day. Like, for example, SLPP now tomorrow they go into Congress, and that's not just an organization, but if we talk about a whole country elections, the level of trust therefore be so high. And now una na one of the key player them in any elections where this country get forget. Una sidon now not get a single trust for the goalkeeper the way they man the ECSL right now. You don't think say it's scary for a nation?
Well, I don't think so. We'll not get trust for them. We're just saying based on that.
You say they're not fit for purpose, which means you don't trust them.
We know, you know, people's action is different from their characters and their being. As people, their family then trust them. So if I dare say, oh, they are not being trusted, we not trust them based on their role in 2023, and therefore it's a risk. I think as a peace expert, I choose me with them carefully. It's a risk to the peace, security of and development of this nation.
How is it so? How it be risk?
I must have to say this.
Because you keep saying it.
How do you run an election where you don't pull result? How do you run an election where the result was not collated at the district level? How do you run an election where you flouted the entire section 92 of the elections? We will not say again for the sake of the peace of the nation. We will not.
But if results not the way we get president, when I sitting president now from that same election.
Now because Samoa will be ready for go to tripartite, and we will not go to tripartite again. I'm saying it with confidence.
Samoa and sell una party.
Now you talker.
No, because you say now because Samoa be ready for go tripartite.
If you want to invite me to talk on the APC after elections,
but you just allude say
he was the leader.
Because Dr. Samura,
he was the leader of the party.
Yes,
and he was the leader of the party. Not divert this conversation.
I'm not diverting the conversation. I just try for let you get clarity, because it go be unfair for let you carry left doubts at the minds of reviewers them. So you say now because Dr. Samura been willing for go into negotiation.
He was a leader of the party.
Now then they make who currently get a president from that election.
He was a leader of the party.
So now him sell the APC.
Now so you talker. I say now him lead we to a tripartite. If you interpret leading us to tripartite means he sell elections, now Khadija talker.
I'm not saying the elections, the APC. Because now make you say Udiosa so now, because you say results not come out from 2023, but to have a sitting president from that election.
Me talk say now Dr. Samuel lead we to tripartite. Khadija say now Dr. Samuel sell APC.
I didn't say that.
So why do you want me to say it?
Anyway.
Why not get evidence for that?
Anyway, let me look at messages there now, where the viewers they don't send. And we will come back to you. The program na the breakfast show. We still get Honorable AKK with we, where they talk on the APC then stands from Edmond Alfa, where they act now as Chief Electoral Commissioner, because Mohamed Kone don't tell goodbye and the president don't approve, say in tenure done and if for proceed. Then we look at few messages where people they don't send, they'll go come back to the Honorable AKK. Patrick Musa Momodu on Facebook, they say APC should know that whoever President Bill appoints as ECSL commissioner, nothing will change that. The best option will be fine for them to boycott the 2028 elections.
All right, so we look at small messages from the YouTube channel. Praise say, Honorable, if people say that all APC members of parliament are not fit for purpose, how will you respond?
Thomas Rogers, good morning, Liberty TV. I believe these moments present a critical opportunity to reflect on new important questions surrounding recent appointment of Edmund Alfa as acting chairman of the Electoral Commission. One major concern is the issue of independence and integrity within ECSL. What legal or procedural safeguards are currently in place to protect Mr. Alfa and ultimately whoever is confirmed as substantive chairman from undue political pressure, especially from the executive branch, in a context where public trust in electoral institutions remains fragile? Ensuring that the ECSL can operate free from political interference is essential to uphold democratic legitimacy.
This one from Jibril Bangura is say many Sierra Leoneans overlook the fact that the APC is not the only opposition party. civil societies, religious groups, labor unions, and independent individuals constitute the opposition.
Mockery and Timothy Carter, they say every time APC and SLPP sit on these platforms, it's turned into blame games and threats. But the ordinary Sierra Leonean is still crying for bread and butter issue, jobs, healthcare, electricity, and security, instead of trading accusation. Can you tell us what concrete steps will your party take to restore public trust in governance? 2, how do you intend to protect freedom of speech when dissenting voices are often silenced? Beyond elections, what does democracy mean in practical terms for the daily struggles of Sierra Leoneans?
Abdullahi Lukule, they say a significant problem with the APC parliamentary members is shouting and boycotting, which fails to produce concrete alternative results.
Ishaka Shakito Ture, they say that Samura question was aptly and eloquently addressed by the Honorable.
Kane Brema said the constitutional review in the pipeline that you guys spent a huge sum of money on to put together, you will start fighting against that document too.
Roland Beresford Ignatius George Stone, in Sierra Leone, political parties care about the party, their tribal loyalty, and lastly, the electorate, who should be top of the list. Instead, they are last. Once they get your votes, they kick you to the gutter.
This one from Mollis is the APC always press release to disassociate themselves from peaceful protests. Do you expect citizens to come out again?
Franklin Carbo, we're going to be my final one for now. They say, Honorable AKK, Bio will do the right thing if only he's a true patriot.
This one from Kane said the president is a security expert. That's why he is serving in the UN Security Council already. He is more aware about security, so you don't need to threaten him.
Ibrahim F. Ndanema say, please can you ask AKK why they strike for salary increment if you have the citizens at heart? Now all they had problem pawi.
Jamila Conte say, now allow Kone for deal with una APC, so enough of complain. He is going now, crying babies.
Last post we talk about salary increase. If you have a poor economy like this, in which by the time we left office, we're paying teachers 1.2, which was $150 or even more. Now you pay teachers $2 million, which is less than $100. You need to ask for salary increment because the value of the Leone don't depreciate and depleted under President Bio administration. Therefore, for people to ask for salary increment, not to crime, they have to live and they must live a decent life. To the one that we say President Bio is an expert. Okay, President Bio is not just an expert, he's also the leader of ECOWAS. We behold them say, if it be an example to the region, he's also part of the Security Council. We mean say, if I take security issues very clear, seriously, you say how they threaten the president, I think I not get that kind of power there. I'm only calling on the president for doing it right at a time like this for the safety and the security of our nation. You also, I hear somebody also they talk about we as a crying babies. You know, in democracy, what people they do is they come out and they speak for shape. The political parties are meant to shape the opinions of people, and that is why we believe in 2023 we won the elections hands down, and because we won that elections. And that is why today we still get confidence that we will win any elections. That is why we are not worried about many things, things we worry about. What we worry about now the fairness of the process and the implications of not having the free, fair elections. These are the things we speak on. And if people think say that's a threat, no, it's not a threat. We are worried because the peace of this nation is of paramount concern. I think there are many questions, but let me also say that in democracy, it's not just the role of the opposition. Democracy, and in countries where democracy don't thrive, it's not just the opposition that speaks. It beholds every citizen participation for speak out and ensure say the all leaders and politicians account. Somebody say what we go do for assure the safety of people in Sierra Leone. I think under Will regime, nobody not ever go asylum because in a civil society or because a all contrary views against the APC. Shamefully, most of them will be get that platform day today. We don't see them say they were just a civil society on top and green under. We don't see civil society people they say, oh, I don't be member of SLPP for over 10 years. At the time we did control, I think and people know for the call and the shame now as a country because these are the people who deceived our people, thinking they were shaping the opinions of the people. But today see them, they are in green colors, shamelessly, all over the place parading. Oh, I've done SLPP for over 10 years, and you use it deceiving the people, you know. So under the APC, we created a plain platform for the opinions of people for be heard. So I not think say if we not be doing, then you don't easy we can be to money 5 into money 7. No, but under the APC.